Welcome to Nguyen Nam Podcast channel. Dogs are more than just pets, they're members of our families. Giving up a dog for adoption is heartbreaking, but sometimes life doesn't go to plan and this might be the best decision for both of you. Before you make up your mind, it's important to ensure you've exhausted all other possible solutions. But if you think you can't give your pup the life you had in mind for them, here is what to consider and how to make sure they get the forever home they deserve. Solutions to consider before giving up your dog for adoption. No doubt you've never imagined that you will have to find your best friend a new home. Finding yourself in this dilemma is challenging, but it's worth pausing and thinking about all the different ways in which you can help your pooch. Depending on the circumstances, here are a few things to consider before deciding to put your dog up for adoption. Help from friends and family. Sometimes our friends and family may not know that we're struggling to cope and may be more willing to help than you might think. Whether that's taking the dog for a walk once a day, or helping out with financial concerns, the people closest to us are often our biggest support. Changes in your living situation. Whether it's a new job that doesn't allow you the same flexibility to look after your dog, or a change in the family schedule that means you won't have as many hours available to dedicate to the pup in your lifetime. Time is one of the most precious resources in our relationships with our pets. There are many professional dog carers out there who would love to keep your pooch company while the family is away. Dog walkers and dog daycare services are also available, so it's worth researching a few local options to see what they offer and at what cost. Maybe a family member or friend wouldn't mind looking after your dog a few hours a day. It's always worth asking. Even if you decide to give up your dog for adoption, considering all the possible options will give you peace of mind knowing that you left no stone unturned to keep the canine friend in your life. Owning a dog is too expensive. Unfortunately, the costs of owning a dog can be easily underestimated. From vaccinations to puppy training, insurance, toys, grooming services, and medical costs, there are many expenses to be covered throughout the life of a dog. Sudden medical emergencies or lifelong illnesses can put any owner's budget under pressure. But before you put your dog up for adoption because you can't afford them anymore, you should know that there are many options for owners in situations similar to yours. There are charities created to help dog lovers, so it's worth getting in touch with a few of them. Your vet might even know a few of these amazing organizations you can turn to. Consider learning to groom your dog yourself, as this will save you quite a good amount of money in the long term. When it comes to medical bills, don't hesitate to ask the vet for advice, or even if it's possible to pay in installments, or check if you're eligible for low-cost vet appointments. These can go a long way in helping minimize your dog's medical bills. Medical issues. Getting pet insurance is very important to make sure that, should something happen to your pet, finances will not be an obstacle in making sure they get the treatment they desperately need. There is a range of pet insurance products to suit a variety of pets' needs, and for different budgets too. For those who are struggling to pay their vet fees, many vet practices will be able to set up a payment plan so that owners can pay in smaller installments, rather than in one lump sum. There is also veterinary financial assistance available for those who are eligible, so it's worth checking with your local authority. If you've been through all the different scenarios and the conclusion is that it's time to say farewell to your canine fellow, here is how to make sure they end up with a loving family and in the perfect home. Talk to your friends and family. Oftentimes it's the people closest to us who are able to give our pets the best life. They're likely quite familiar with each other, and chances are they already love the pet as if the dog is their own. So, it's worth asking if they would like to adopt your pet. Even if they're not able to take the responsibility themselves, they might know someone who is willing and able to give your pet the home they deserve. Get in touch with the seller. Sometimes the original seller or breeder might be willing to take the dog back. This depends on many factors, including how long you've owned the pet and the reason you're deciding to give them away. But even if this goes against their rules, they might be able to point you in the right direction. Contact trustworthy rescue groups or charities. Fortunately, there are many wonderful dog rescue groups and charities ready to match your pet with the perfect family, so the dog won't have to spend stressful days in a kennel waiting for their new owner. Get in touch with them and see how they can help your dog find their new home. Prepare a small bag with their favorite food and toys. Make the transition go down easier for your pup by sending them off to their new loving home with familiar items such as their blanket, bed, toys, and even a bag of their favorite dog food. They'll find comfort in the stuff they're used to as they become more familiar with the new environment and the new people in their life. The answer to the question how to put up my dog for adoption should always have your pet's best interests covered. Even in urgent situations, you should make sure you leave your dog in good hands. In those cases, a friend or family member might be able to take your pet in for a few days as you take the time to solve the unpredictable events in your life while looking for a responsible new owner who would love to give your dog the home they deserve. Managing your dog's separation anxiety is key to making sure the moment when you have to say farewell goes as smoothly as possible. I hope this episode is helpful for you, and see you in my next podcast.